allow the two children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My yegun don't come, oh.
Hello there. So you are welcome back. Please read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Like it as your offering. Then share it with your loved ones, your friends, and your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them that Mayegun is back. And daily, those who once told you of how genius or how a political genius thiefnubu was are changing their tone within a year, sending cryptic messages. Now, that's what we are sharing tonight. Tell everybody. Who told you that you will cry for 8 years? It seems their own tears their cries is becoming like disturbing now. They are those with tears. This is El Rufire's son. He's a lawmaker from Kaduna, by the way. Nigeria will soon be moving cows on the train, by the train. I don't think the Fulanese will subscribe to that though, but yeah. Share this. Thank you. So today, sorry about the music that sometimes it's not really flowing that much, right? Thank you for joining me. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us tonight at this hour. It is Mayegun live. Indeed, like I said, we were supposed to be somehow the people who exposed thiefnubu that should be crying. That was the promise. When they were flying their mumu tickets, at least all of these were just like about a year ago. It's not like it's forever. Now, those who promised you that you will cry for 8 years, they have become more teary. If they are not shouting a being power, they will be screaming out of power, sort of a syndrome. Again, those who told us that whether you like it or not, thiefnubu will be your president, and it will be for 8 years, are now changing that tone. Not because of you and I, it is because whatever they had in mind, the shege they had in mind, or they believed will be limited to those who who don't like them, seems to have fallen on them even more. When it comes to the political, largesse, like political return from their investments, majority of them have run at loss. Now, these losses should be personal, but unfortunately, it has now become regional. So the same northern Nigeria that cannot be ruled by infidels, the ones that told you you will cry for 8 years. I'm talking about some of this Sharia North now, okay? So one of them is this guy. He is the son of the former governor of Kaduna State. His name is Bashir El-Rufai. However, his own brother, I think that one is called Bello. Okay, it's the same guy. Anyway, according to him, in July 2022, he bragged, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be the next president, and I am buying buckets to collect tears to use as fertilizer on one of my farms when the time comes. Now, the time has come. His father has become a internally political, I think, what do you call the IDP for the politician? Again, internally displaced politicians, Abi. I said. So his father has become an internally displaced politician in the scheme that he invested so much in as well. Unfortunately, it didn't play out well. Now, the tears is coming from this family, and he is not alone. There are many others. So yesterday, when he made this post in 2022, the Ronukus, the Ronu bastards, they were under that post praising him. Yes, thank you, Jare. God bless you. Me too. I will buy this GP tank. I will collect all the tears, all the yeah. A year after that, some of them who have not started committing suicide, some are contemplating it. Others have turned to like, help me, here and there. Few ones that have courage have come out to speak out and say, this is not what they bargained for, whatever they bargained for. So yesterday, this guy came out again to say this: nobody is too big to be elected out of office by the people. It will happen, and wallahi, nothing will happen. So forget all these intimidations, flying up and down, probably talking about the intimidation of his criminal father, right? Let us be patient. Even IMF and World Bank no go save una that time. Political strategist una. That one na for Lagos. Then he continued, he went on. He said, I didn't call names, but due to their guilt, they already know who is being spoken about. Wallahi, none of you will force anyone to support this utter failure of governance, disguised as useless, dangerous, ethnocentric political strategy. This is somebody who is not just an ethnic bigot, okay? A tribal bigot. This is somebody that if you see him face to face, if you see his face, you could see, you could see the textbook definition of hatred written all over him. His father succeeded so far based on his own hatred. And he pretty much has it on for his children too. Hatred for other tribes, hatred for other religion, fanatics, true. And then born to rule mentality, of course. But these were the people who invested in this calamity. So they knew that thiefnubu and his gang, all of them, what they called political genius, is utter failure of governance disguised as useless, dangerous, ethnocentric political strategy. That's an admittance, yeah? Ronukus have gone bunker. Okay? They are now calling thiefnubu to arrest his father, rufire. They are now calling rufire a thief, thiefnubu's Ronukus. So it is now, as usual, the Ronukus versus the Sharia North, as we speak, because it's not Yoruba versus any North. Don't let anybody deceive you. There's nothing called Yoruba versus North. Ronukus, the bad idiots who hate themselves so much that they will settle for any form of a slavery, same way the Fulani Nigeria and the Fulani terrorists and their sponsor were very much behind Buhari's destruction of Nigeria. True, like to the end. Ronukus do not represent the interest of the Yoruba people. No. And their days are numbered. It's all coming together. It's all coming to an end. But we know that the damages they will leave behind, it might may actually take generations for us to kind of clear that. But yeah, they were under there. They were like raging. You're supposed to arrest your father. Your father is a thief. Your father is supposed to be in jail. Yeah. How dare you try it? Egborisi, them born you well. You think say this one is Jonathan. Meanwhile, you know that in Nigeria, there is no election though, right? But the bombs are already going off now. I hope you know. Yeah, the bombs are going off now. And more will probably go off more. But Thiefnubu, who himself is like, the drug lord. If somebody is a drug lord and you are dealing with the terrorist clan and you both want power and you know you have an advantage, what? To do whatever you like and nothing could happen, nothing. So it's going to be the battle of the druggie versus the jihadists, who both are claiming to possibly fighting for their people. The same people that have been left at the mercy of the terrorists who are hunting Nigerians, as if to say it's like a game. Just go out there, pack as many people as you want, lead them into the bush and get paid. Wait for the payday. So this is not Yoruba versus Fulani, whatever nonsense that some of them are cooking. We need to come together. These northern Nigeria people, they are back again. We must protect our thiefnubu. Don't join them. You should watch them destroy themselves. Do you understand? It's going to happen. Just give it time. Whether or not thiefnubu go destroy them, whether or not them go destroy thiefnubu, don't ever participate in that simply because you are Yoruba or you are Fulani or Hausa. I know I can't really change your mind. Some of you have already been sort of conditioned that way. Now, in their National Assembly today, it is this similar conversation of, man, Ndume even said Thiefnubu has been caged. That some of his ministers no longer see him one-on-one, except when they all go together at the fake meeting. There are some people who are making decisions that Thiefnubu is more or less like demented. Put it that way, demented. And that is why you'll be seeing a lot of decisions that they will announce in the morning. By afternoon, they will withdraw it. Because there is no real coordination. People are just doing what they think they kind of feel like is right. And most of this, their right stuff, is on how to personally enrich themselves. So Ndume and others, we were talking about the food crisis, but they can't access Thiefnubu. Ndume is the chief whip of the Nigerian Senate. Akpabiole is their president, which means Ndume is part of their leadership. But somehow, bless everybody, you are all on your own. Let's go to that Senate and hear them out. The first one, Ndume.
In addition to what he said, Mr. President, this is an institution that oversights, regulates, and makes laws. If in court has issued an order and the individuals or group or institution concerned refuse, the voice is likely to face very, very serious food crisis. Currently, there are 4 countries, including Sudan and some others, that are facing very serious food insecurity. And Nigeria is added to this list this year by International Rescue Committee as one of the hotspots for food insecurity. Action Against Hunger, World Food Programme, FOA, also indicated that over 32 million people are expected to face critical hunger crisis and emerging level between June and August. And I don't know about some other colleagues, but there in the north, or here in the north, we have started seeing it visibly. People are hungry, very, very hungry. Many cannot go to their farms. All of us know this. In the north central, the northeast, and the northwest. Even in southeast, We still have crisis among the farmers and herdsmen. Even in Southwest, we still have this crisis. As it is now, a bag of rice is selling at about 100,000. A bag of maize, the same thing. Even prices of tomatoes, onions, and other basic food is high. Distinguished colleagues, as representatives of the people, we need to do something.
Nigerians are very patient people and very enduring people. But no people can be that much patient under hunger. Nor can they be that enduring under hunger. And as much as we are all aware of the issues that inform today the situation of food production in Nigeria, we should as well commend the government of the day for taking a very serious step, which is exempting all tariffs on imported food items. All food items to be imported in the country are now exempted from payment of all kinds of tariffs, taxes, and what have you. This is quite commendable. And to support what the government is, or the measure it has taken, and to buttress what Senator Ndume said, that as representatives of the people, let me say that I don't see us as just representatives. We are responsive and responsible representatives. And for us to depict that by our actions, we are all leaders and critical stakeholders in this country. Whatever we all need to do at our various senatorial districts or in our social relationships and even economic relationships, we must at all times see that we add value to the efforts put in place to reduce, if not to eliminate completely, the issue of banditry, the issue of kidnapping, the issue of, all the issues that have contributed to the low level of food production in Nigeria.
So in your various senatorial districts, each senator, how many bags of fertilizer per senator? 1,200 will be given for immediate distribution across the senatorial district. So those things are moving now. The delay was as a result of the need to get the. So we must also assist our people to produce. Don't worry about it. If you don't have it, you tell your constituents they've not brought your own. It is not because the Senate President announced it that your house will be flooded to give fertilizer. But what I'm saying is, he has explained that it was because of approval, because of security reasons, they needed to be sure that the fertilizers will not enter into wrong hands. So, but they have started moving them today. And I'm saying in essence that we must find every means available to get to the farm.
Our students likely to face
nuisance delay.
So they were complaining about hunger, the money that could possibly have helped the farmers to return to the farms. They've embezzled the money. The ones they invested on defense hasn't been able to protect the farmers, the villagers, the communities that are engaging in commercial farming. Now, Nigeria is facing food crisis. Their plan is to flood Nigeria in the next 150 days. Now, 150 days is practically 5 months. So they are planning that for the rest of this year, so they will give the contract of importing grains, food, and all of that into Nigeria. And the person they will give the contract to, they will also back it with the dollar exchange, because you need the forex to import anything. Do you know that? Okay. So they will need to cough out all these dollars. Somebody will get the contracts. Now, that's why they are announcing to you now that, oh, there will be no tariff to bring any food in. If you are a regular importer in Nigeria, I hope you know that when they say the next 150 days, there will be waiver on food, that doesn't give you the chance, the right to decide to go and buy food and bring it to Nigeria. Now your food, they go take what they call that thing? Palliative. Yeah, they will seize it and use it for palliative. But when you dig more, so you see how they are setting the stage. This is Tinubu now. Why these ones are putting up the show? Okay, the show like, oh, our people are hungry. Okay, and even though each of us in this room take home 55 million, 60 million naira every month, right? But it's always good for us to talk about this. They are hungry. We must do something about people going back to farm. All talks. But there is one where Ndume has a personal complaint of how some of the people who complained about the insecurity in the area were also arrested. Listen, here.
In addition to what he said, Mr. President, this is an institution that oversights, regulates, and makes laws. If in court has issued an order and the individuals or group or institution concerned refuse, the voice of the Senate or the power of the Senate should go out there before we consider the report. So I'm appealing that we should add to the voice of the court that these people should refrain from doing what they are doing against the law. If we become lawless, then they too will not even operate. So the message should go out today, Mr. President, that they should obey the court order before we even consider the report, which is coming, and the highlights of the report is known. We are representing the people. And these companies, I want to repeat, Mr. President, it does not belong to them. It belongs to the people. It was NEPA before. Then they shared it among themselves. They didn't even pay for it. It is on record. Then why should they come and be charging people anyhow? And the court will say, don't do this, and they will ignore the court. They are Nigerians.
Well, as at now, the court order is not before the Senate. So it's only an information that is before the Senate. We don't have a copy of the court order. And we must be, is it that, do you have the court order with you? Huh? Because we are discussing the court order now. If the court order were before us today, we would have made consequential directives. But the court order is not before us. Therefore, it is important that we take the report tomorrow. But if in the course of taking the report, somebody avails the Senate of the court order, it reinforces our position, and we will make consequential directives accordingly. Is it the view of the Senate that all discussions on this matter be abated until we take the report tomorrow? Those in favor say aye.
Nuisance, Lily.
Meanwhile, that should have come a second, okay? That video won't be relevant anymore. But you see that one there, Ndume was raising there. It has to do with the electricity companies that refuse to give you meters, but they are increasing the tariffs enough that despite not giving you the electricity per se, right? And yet the court says they should stop kind of charging you if they don't give you the meters, right? But they continue to. So he's raising something there, but it's all theatrical. It's just theater, okay? And when we talk about theater, this is what will take us back to the lower chamber of the National Assembly. I shared a brief of the shouting match between Uju Kennedy, the Women Affairs Minister of Nigeria, versus the House of Representatives Committee on Women Affairs, who are like overseeing a ministry. So they accused her of diverting billions of naira. That is on record that the money was released to her ministry, but the contractors in her ministry have not been paid. And she said, we've not paid them because we don't have money. So that led to some shouting match. I've got some extended clip I want to share with the larger house this evening before we continue. It's all right. Let's go and check Uju and the other, the other actors in Nigeria's House of Representatives talking about stolen money again. You will never see the money, but at least let it be on record that here are a few people arguing over public money that nobody is admitting to. Where is it?
Honorable Minister and your team, Mr. DFA, I'm at a loss because fortunately I attended the last meeting, and one of the reasons why we took you on oath was to get the truth from you. And today you have deviated. You have deviated because you did say, yes, there was release of money, and you take instruction from the principal. And there and then, I confronted permanent secretary. He said he was not in the known. And I still making my statement that you are running the ministry with your minister. Both of you will be. I take exception to this.
Don't interrupt, honorable member. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt, honorable member.
Allegations.
Please let her finish.
I am not scared to anybody.
Interrupting, honorable member.
She should withdraw her statement about me.
Honorable minister, calm down.
What I said. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. You did say it's what they approved to you. I said, Mr. Pam said, what happened? You are not in the known. I said, look, I was twice commissioner in my state, and the accounting officer is the permanent secretary. Please, you people should work with the permanent secretary. Didn't I say so, Mr. DFA? I am still saying it because from the revelations, what's coming out is one-man show. One-man show you people are doing. Two-man show.
The night talk seems you
say things without facts.
Please, honorable minister, we will call you when you have to
call. You will have your time. Allegation against.
You will have your time.
People say
honorable minister, you will have your time. You will have your time.
Yes, not fairness. Yeah, it's a top.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Jump into the trap.
Chairperson, thank you.
Nothing. I've stolen nothing.
You will have your time to talk.
Is anything. That's why I don't fear anybody. I'm not.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable minister, we are working with records. We are working with records. We are working with records.
Yeah, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, hold on. Chairperson.
You have to call. Just calm down.
You will talk.
You will have your time.
Allegation against.
You will have your time.
People say
honorable minister, you will have your time. You will have your time.
Chairperson.
Yes, not fairness. Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna
Thank you, Chairperson.
Jump into the trap.
Chairperson, thank you.
Nothing. I've stolen nothing.
Honorable minister, you will have your time to talk.
Is anything. That's why I don't fear anybody. I'm not.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable minister, we are working with records. We are working with records. We are working with records. Honorable minister, please, can you allow us to finish this meeting properly? No, you cannot interrupt. You cannot. Off your mic. Honorable minister,
not be accused here. I cannot be accused and I keep quiet.
Honorable Minister, I think the committee is being so lenient with you. You are attacking the supremacy, the autonomy of this institution. We cannot come to your ministry and shout at you the way you're doing.
DFA, why were they not paid? The procurement officer has made it clear that by procurement law, before they even award the contract, they will ensure that there is fund to fund that job. So apparently the money was there. So why were they not paid? Please, I just want the answer straight. Don't waste our time.
I will give you the answer right there. Now, the money was released up to the tune of only 25%.
We know it was only one item that was not released. We know.
That one item, how I hope I will get the document specifying that, because I read out the explanation of each warrant. Two of them that came last year. One before I joined the ministry, one after I joined. The description is being released of capital cash needs for the ministry. It didn't say except Nigeria for Women project. I've been emphasizing this, but you know, understanding differs. There is no document you lay your hands on now that we say that monies released last year excluded Nigeria for Women project. That is why we are having this problem.
You are still not ready to answer the question the way you should. Permanent Secretary, please, can you tell us why these contractors have not been paid? You're distracting us. Permanent Secretary.
No, I gave him, that is 2023 budget.
Nigerians to know why these people, these poor Nigerians have not been paid. Because some of them, their monies are not even, you know, they are not even up to the money you people used to fuel your cars from the records that we have here.
Honorable Chair, Vice and members, I think I wish that we had brought the Accountant General's office here so that they can address the budget subheads that were released, because now it becomes a bit dicey. Like I said, let me also place it on record. I only resumed in February. These whole things happened last year, 2023. And all these issues, I met them when I resumed. So I am not in the position to say what was or wasn't. But like we agreed at the last meeting, there were major subheads, out of which some monies were released. And then part was not released. And the DFA has made a very fundamental statement now, which says that the warrants that he got only said capital needs, and it did not specify. Now let us put that on one end. What we might now need to do is to find out from the Accountant General what specific budget subheads for 2023 did you release? If we have the warrants stating...
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Are you paying attention, or you want me to break it down for you? I know it is, I told you it's theater, or at the same time, the fraud, they are all hiding between that, push it here, push it there, answer the question, answer it directly. I can break that down for you, okay? As a ministry, right? They get their money from the Accountant General Office. But before that, they have their budget. And they will say, oh, we are spending 10 naira on so, and so. And once it's approved, right, every week or every month, the minister will pick from part of their budget, okay, and take it to the Federal Executive Council meeting for final kind of approval. And that's what will be pushed to the Accountant General and say, oh, the Ministry of Women Affairs, we budgeted 10 naira for them this year for all this, and that. However, we want you to release 2 naira 50 kobo to them, because they will now, that is going to go into the latest approval we gave to the minister on this. So once the money is now released from the Accountant General Office, it will now be the, supposedly, like by law, it should be the Permanent Secretary or Accountant General to facilitate the payments. You know, it's like saying, take this 2 naira 50 kobo and pay for meat, pay for gari, pay for ororo, pay for kerosene, and also pay for Maggi. This 2 naira 50 kobo. You get that now? So all you have to do is to what? 50 kobo, 50 kobo, 50 kobo, 50 kobo, 50 kobo. So the job of the PAMSEC, the Accountant General of the Ministry, is to now sort of raise a memo that we want to pay this with the money we received. And the Honorable Minister at the same time will just be like, okay, yeah, go on. Something like that, Sha. But you know what happened? When they got the money, Honorable Minister and the Honorable Minister now raise a different memo and called it Ministry Cash Need. So you see, the money that was supposed to be used to pay those who supplied pen and they were waiting to be paid. Now their money has now been used for ministry cash needs, diversion. Now wait till they try to throw to themselves. So, and the one that is speaking with like Wole Soyinka, you say, what happened is that I started in February. They don't give you handover notes. Now they are all out. Maybe we should go and call the Ministry of Accountant General's office to come here and come and tell us what is the money they released to us. What is it meant for? They know what the money is meant for, but that is how you're going to hear about it, and you will never see it again. Let's continue. Okudia now.
What was or wasn't released, then they make our job easier. And then that way we can say X was released, but was not paid. Because if we put that together with what the procurement officer said, please, can we have one house? If we put that together, please, with what the procurement officer said, he said, by law, letters are not awarded for contracts until funding is available. We all know that as a procurement rule. And he is insisting that these monies were available before those letters were awarded in 2023. But now we also need to juxtapose that with the comments of the DFA that says the releases he got did not specify what projects they were exactly for. So I think for us to make a very objective assessment of the situation here, we might need to see these warrants. What exactly was the funding released for? Because we know that about 70-something% was not released, and the amount for Nigeria for Women Project was that same amount that wasn't released. But then, there is no warrant. So if we can get that warrant that tells us precisely what was released, I believe that will help us to go forward with this.
Okay, thank you. Let the deputy speak. Please, we are getting the warrant. Put it there. Take note, clerk.
My chairman.
No, please, hold on. Let the deputy speak.
My chairman, dear colleagues.
This interactive session is not to witch hunt, like I said the last time, or malign anyone, but to exercise our constitutional power as enshrined in the principle of checks and balance of government expenditure. The committee's mandate is anchored in the House Order 20, Rule 138. As we discharge our duties, let us remain committed to upholding these constitutional and legal imperatives, ensuring that our actions and decisions align with the highest standards of the law.
One of the points that caught my attention in that clip was when the contractor was complaining that they have done a job, they've delivered, and everything had been signed, but they did not pay them. I think one woman was even said in that clip that he borrowed 5 million for the bank and he supplied items to the Ministry of Women's Affairs, but he delivered, they signed the documents, and money has not been paid. And she's still paying interest on that money. So it catch my attention because when we are trying to support our local suppliers, when we are trying to encourage our people with this current situation of people in Nigeria, we are still having this kind of situation.
You need to appreciate the standing of this institution in our nation today. No one of us will come to your office and shout the way you're doing. I'm being very, very honest and truthful to you. Now, let me land. I understand that you're new in government. When I came in and I saw Ambassador Duda was a little at ease because I know him. He may have forgotten me, but I know him when he was permanent secretary for Foreign Affairs. And I know him to be a PAMSEC that knows his onions. So I expected that this would be a lot.
Honorable colleague, I'm sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It seems the Honorable Minister does not want to calm down. She doesn't want us to go to the root of this matter. She's challenging the committee. She's, being rude to even honorable members. And this is very insulting and highly unacceptable. You are interrupting honorable members when they are speaking. We are still here. I told you you will have your ground to speak. And in view of this, honorable members, I cannot be here and allow the honorable minister to insult any member of this committee. We are going to adjourn Synodal, and I hope that by the time we call the honorable minister again and this team to come together, we'll be able to behave yourself. We are going to have a report to the leadership of the House that the honorable minister is not allowing us to do our job. She's interrupting. She's not answering the questions the way she ought to. And the records that we have is what we are speaking to. We have not manufactured any record here. Everything that we have here, they are from your ministry. We are only asking you to account for the monies that was paid to you. And you are speaking about monies that was released. We are all aware that the only item that was not released is that single last item. That 10 billion, over 10 billion item. We are all aware. We don't want anybody to come here to play on our intelligence. We are only concerned about these poor Nigerians, that their monies are being withheld, that are being misappropriated to pay some other contractors for other projects that we are not appropriated for. This sitting is hereby adjourned Synodal. Thank you very much.
Here I am. Over 10 billion. Gone. And then one of them that sat, which is this rubber stamp one, right? The one that sat together with others in approving the depletion of Nigeria Treasury by Buhari and his gang also has something to say. Here it is.
We should be seen to be doing the right thing. We have really little or nothing in our food reserve across the country. And nobody should come and tell us they'll distribute food stuff from our silos. The silos are empty, Mr. President. So it means we have to import food. And if we have to import, it means we need foreign exchange. And that is scarce. We have to engage with administration. We have to help the administration. Mr. President, we are the most vulnerable in the leadership arrangements of this country, members of the National Assembly. Everybody looks up to senators or members of the House of Reps. In fact, people see senators like the messiahs. Any problem, they say, go for a senator. So if we don't take immediate action, and our citizens under this situation of increased fuel price, increased electricity price, increased everything, and we are yet to get the right measures to provide cushions for our students. We wouldn't like the kind of thing that we see in our streets. And it is time that we take every possible action together with every arm of government to ensure that food flood our country, the right food. Importation, government must be entirely responsible, because we cannot take people for granted for too long. We have come almost to the end of their patience. And I think the elasticity is now going to snap if we are not careful. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you.
You see his face? You need to recognize his face, so that when the shit goes down, you're not going to know who is your enemy. So today in yesterday rather, in Kano, they said that Sanusi appointed a village head, sort of, in Rano local government area. And the moment the people heard that this representative of Sanusi, Emir Sanusi in Rano, is against their supposed Emir, Bayero, something like that. So they went after these representatives, created scene. And that was the first one we saw. That is to stop them that, no, we won't accept you, we don't want you, and all of that. This part.
yayi mutanen garin Rano al'umma garin Rano kenan yanzu da suka fito suke nuna takaici da bacin ransu bisa yadda aka zo aka jibge yan daba wanda gwamnatin jihar Kano ta fito da su ga yan daban can ga kantoma can da wakilin sun yi gaba nan ga al'umma kuma suna higa cikin sakatariya don su kwata kansu yanci wannan masifa da bala'i mu da bamu taba ganin irinsa ba sai a wannan lokaci na gwamnatin NNPP gwamnatin da mutane suka zabe ta da hannunsu domin suna kyautata mata zan za ta taimake su ashe bala'i suka zaba
yadda al'umma masarautar suke cin uwar sakatariya bisa irin abubuwan da aka yi musu saboda yanayin cire musu emirar da aka yi a yau ai ba kai zan ɗauka wannan shine irin abubuwan sakamakon abin da yake faruwa kenan a wannan gari na Rano ɗan daga ciki kenan
It's like vandalizing the town hall, a place where the new head or something is supposed the Sanusi's representative was supposed to be welcomed and, celebrated. So they had to go and do it somewhere else because they still did it anyway. Sorry if you don't understand their language, okay, but it's a ceremony, all right, of Sanusi's representative. In this phase of Battle Royale in Kano, at least I don't think I should give you the background again. You should know what's going on in Kano, right? Right. So here is what later happened in that same local government where they are vandalizing properties a moment ago.
da masu unguwanni masu biyayya. Allah ke wani ɗan rimi. Yana! Profesa! Wanda ba ƙorafi. Da kan Allah da kan abba. Da kan Allah da kan abba. An gama. An gama da ruwa.
It's a ceremony. It's like a coronation. The new village head appointed by the emir. But because they are still battling who is emir of Kano as we speak. So that's why you are seeing all this face-off. The one you saw earlier. And then the ceremony still going ahead and all that. But we'll leave Kano. Let's go to Lagos. 3 days ago, is it, that I reminded you that the Lagos State Commissioner, Wole, just gave a demolition notice to some residents of Bagada area of Lagos that they were coming in 48 hours or after 48 hours. Where it is 72 hours. Okay. And the demolition took place today, including churches, okay, including a church. I'll show you. Let's go to Lagos and see what happened in Bagada today.
sọ lápá àwọn ọmọ máa jùmọ̀ líṣẹ̀ ọmọ ìwé owó ọmọ ìlú ọ̀dọ̀.
Sorry. Ayọ̀ tí wà lọ́wọ́ lára mọ̀mọ́ ìṣá. Ojúrin ní Agége.
So they were clearing the shanties next to the water channel and all that, you know. But that's in Lagos. That's a physical demolition. In River State, or can we quickly have a stopover in, this one is a gist, okay, in Rwanda. See, the UK government, in the last 2 years or so, they have been working with an arrangement, right? So they have been working on an arrangement with the Rwanda government that those who are illegal immigrants in the UK, so instead of just keeping them in the asylum homes here or just, I mean, sorry, I wanted to use a word there, but it just didn't come anyway. So it's like, you know, instead of having to allow them in here in a system called an asylum system where they will be processed and they will be in the UK. So the political heat of the past few years, especially after the Brexit, sort of has made it more like such a stupid idea, right? That people were believed to be running away from violence, from war and all of that. And then they found themselves on the English channel here, on dinghy, on the water. So the UK government didn't want them here. So they now made an arrangement with the Rwandan government to pay them millions of pounds. We're talking about 360, 70 million dollars. If you change that to pound sterling, that's like almost a 300 million pound sterling. So I've been paid to the Rwandan government for them to help kind of create a community for them in any part of their country. So an arrangement has been made. Homes were supposed to be built. Staff were to be employed. Hospitals, schools, and other facilities were to be built. So the first batch of those to be taken, the refugees to be taken to Africa in Rwanda, was supposed to be last year, but that became a legal thing. The UK public was like, no, that's so like not normal. However, Rwanda accepted it like, well, what is in it for us? A lot of cash, a lot of money. And what they were trying to do is that if they keep refugees in the UK, okay, and put them on the asylum in the UK, it will cost them like billions of pound sterling in social service or whatever to cover these refugees here. So they just made a cheaper deal with Rwanda. We'll be giving you this also amount of millions every year. You can use them in your country for other things as well, okay? But as long as you allow us to bring all these people to your country and stay there as refugees, never to be allowed to come to the UK again. You understand? So this was the plan. It's so like stupid, I promise you. But somehow, Richie Sunak was able to find his way around it by changing some clauses in that agreement that make it look like, you know what I mean? Like you British government or UK government is not really abandoning them there. But it's just to kind of like, reduce the pressure on the social service in this country. That's why they were doing that. It is for the interest of the country. And somehow they managed to get approval. He was going to start shipping people after the election, right? Then he lost. So part of the questions that sort of are being asked is that, would Rwanda return the money that has been paid to them in anticipation that they will be receiving thousands of refugees from the UK? Then Kagame said, that's the problem of the UK. If they want the money back, we'll give them the money back. But it was like an ambush. I think I shared a video on this platform, that BBC clip. Would you return the money they gave to you? Now that the new government has cancelled the plan, no refugee will be taken to Africa anymore. Kagame said we would. But another person who is now the spokesperson for the government there in Rwanda said, no, we are not giving any shishi back. We are not the one who came to the UK and said, oh, we will take your refugees. You approached us. And then in anticipation of that, you sent money to, no, we're not giving any money back. If your government decided not to do it anymore, great. That money is now our money. It's already spent. The lady, listen.
Rwanda's reaction is, as we stated earlier, we were informed of the UK's decision. We took note of UK's decision to terminate the agreement. We just want to reiterate that this was a partnership initiated by the UK to solve a UK problem. And Rwanda stepped up, as we have always stepped up in the past, to provide safety, refuge, and opportunity to migrants and asylum seekers. This is part of our ethos as a country to do so, and we've done so countless times when we were evacuating migrants from Libya, when we were evacuating the solar school for girls here in Rwanda, when we were welcoming Sudanese refugees, medical students here. So this is part of what we do as a country.
The UK government now says it's keen to get some of the money it spent back. Is that something you'll consider?
Rwanda and UK are important partners. We have important partnerships in areas of mutual interest. The MEDP partnership being one of them. Rwanda has maintained its side of the agreement, and we have ramped up capacity and increased our capacity to accommodate thousands of migrants and asylum seekers. So we've upheld our end of the deal, and we believe if there is any overpayment, that can be discussed. However, we are under no obligation to provide any sort of refund.
Because the president said in the past that if asylum seekers did not come to Rwanda from the UK, money could be returned, and there were no flights full of asylum seekers going to Rwanda. So why not just give some of that money back?
If you were to consult the report from the monitoring committee, Rwanda's preparedness has been described as nothing short of impeccable. So this, we've put into a lot of effort and a lot of resources in ensuring we can accommodate those migrants. Now, we understand that changes in government happens, and incoming governments would have different priorities and different policies. However, this was a state-to-state agreement, and we believe that this good faith would remain.
I wonder how you consider the success or otherwise of this whole agreement between the Rwandan government and the UK government. Scrapped, of course, as we've been saying, but also over the last few months, it's invited in so much scrutiny of Rwanda's human rights record. It's been discussed in Parliament. It's been discussed in the UK courts. We've had international organisations saying this is a bad deal. This is not a safe place for people to travel. So it hasn't worked out very well for Rwanda, has it?
I think it was because of this misconception that it is a Rwanda deal. Rwanda is not a deal. It is a country full of people whose policies are informed by our recent history. So when you hear organizations saying that, well, Rwanda is not safe, whilst at the same time we are working with these very organizations to evacuate migrants from Libya safely to Africa, to Rwanda, and providing them with opportunities from Rwanda, it just It begs belief. It begs belief as to why Rwanda would be safe for these migrants, but not those migrants, just because of the country they're coming from. Rwanda's reaction is, as we stated earlier.
Will you return the money? No, we are not returning. We are not under any obligation to returning any money. Simple. It's not Rwanda's deal. We only step up to help when they asked. So if the government or changing government says it's no longer your priority, great. We've spent the money. That's practically the answer. But would you return some of the money? No. But I will make sure, say, we pay the money back here. Even all of you, we don't come from Rwanda. All of us, we don't come from Rwanda. To find the means around to make sure that that 300 million pounds paid to Rwanda for this immigrant swap or something like that, or immigrant relocation like that. And now they're not going to pay the money back. So yeah, we will pay the money, yeah. Better get ready. Now let's leave Rwanda, okay, and go to River State, where Fubara has something to say about Werewike's loyalists. According to him, they may come onto the media like they do all the time to huff and puff and dance. But when the camera is off and the light is off, these guys knows the mess they are in. They cry, he said. So let's go to River State, where Fubara, the new sheriff in town, is having a big moment of his life. I can tell you.
You don't worry about those people that are delusional. Eh? They think we are still sleeping. Let me tell you people so that they will hear wherever they are. I wanted to help them. Sincerely, because I know them. And I've said it before. These are people that I've helped. I pay their children's school fees. I pay their house rent. I know somebody said, I didn't know my father was a sheriff. My father was already a sheriff officer from 2005 when I started working in finance. So if he says my father was a sheriff officer, yes, my father was a sheriff officer. Before I started working here, I was even a sheriff manager. So I wasn't a beggar. I had enough that I could eat and extend to people. So if you say, I didn't know it was a sheriff, I was a sheriff manager in my own corner. So I wanted to help them. We all knew what happened when they crossed. And how did they cross? Because of our God. For them to make that mistake. They are gone and they are gone. Now, let me tell you, when I wanted to help them, I accepted to help them because what is there? We all one will disagree to agree. They thought they are smart. What is holding them is the declaration of their seat vacant that was done in December 2023. That's what is holding them. So they think, well, I know they don't know anything. They think I'm like them. We're not doing any budget to nullify that decision. It is what will send them to their villages. For me, as I'm talking to you, I have started preparing my budget for 2025, which I'm going to present very soon. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. They can come to the media and dance. When they go behind, they cry. It is the truth. We don't know how to dance. We say it the way it is and stand tall anywhere we go to. You don't.
Jakuru Maja, one for Momo.
Araba.
No more peaceful protests again now, because peaceful protests no dey work. Yes, peaceful protest, e no dey work. More turn out to one normal, more enter so scatter everywhere. More shook.
Anyway, I just had to kind of add that to be like, okay, let the war dance start then. So yeah, that is from Rivers, the Rivers of Trouble. And somewhere in Abuja, somebody sent this in.
Wow. Hi. Okay.
Is that your area? That's the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, Abuja. Yeah, it is true that there are those who are planning different kind of protests in Nigeria. So we have the Arewas who are planning their own hunger protest, insecurity protest. I don't know, sure I have all the list. And it's going to start from the 1st of August. There are others who have their own scheduled for 29th of July. So everyone is kind of like gearing up. And I promise you, right? Like some people have kind of said as well, right? If you want to be taken serious, the type of gathering that will likely change anything for you is not the type of we are choosing a day for a protest. You know, it should just be spontaneous. And let me tell you something. Most of what you are witnessing in Kenya didn't just happen. Okay? At first, the conversation was built up on the social media, TikTok, so to say. And it became a viral conversation where people were analyzing how the decisions of their government was affecting them and how it will further affect them when they pass that finance bill. So they were educating themselves enough that everyone coming out, they were not coming out to say they were hungry. They are not coming out to say they need a job now. So they came out and went straight. They went for the criminals responsible for their economic woes, the insensitive criminals in Kenya. They went for them because they had a clear purpose. Majority of what I have been seeing of those people who are planning to protest, most of it has been about food. This economy is too high. So what do you want? We must come out and protest and ask thiefnubu to do something. Are you serious? Because that can't be what you want. Imagine coming out to protest, to ask thiefnubu to fix the price of food. How do you think it's going to fix the price of food? And once they fix the price of food, you're all right. And what does it even mean? What do you mean by fixing the price of food? Or bring everything down? Abi, bring the price of everything down, like some of you are, because hey, there's difference between people who know what they want and people who have no idea what they want. People who are being led mostly by their stomach. So if you want to come out and ask us something and you want that change or difference, right? You want it to go that of the Kenya ways, where people, where whatever sacrifice you are going to make for that time is really, really going to count. You're not going to be asking for food. What the hell? Hey, we are hungry. Mr. President, do something. Reduce the salary. You want to carry placard and say they should reduce the salary of a senator, reduce this or that. Don't. Those ones can just come as side. You just have to demand. If you are coming out, you just have to demand for the incompetent criminals at all levels, including the state governors. Can you do that? Or your own protest is about the federal government? Abi, if you are being conditioned to believe that the protest of thiefnubu must go, what else again? Yeah, thiefnubu must go. You are not ready. Because what you have right now is a complete systemic collapse. That Nigeria is still even like existing is a miracle. It devises all kind of explanations. So whenever you want to come out and demand for what? For food, for reduce this or that, then they will say, okay, yeah, we will announce the reduction. The damages and the ruins these guys have caused is beyond Abuja. It is right there in your states, in your local government area. They all have to go, all of them. And that is why when you are demanding for the system to, this is it. Nobody, don't even like pretend that these guys maybe, if you now protest in call, they will suddenly just start implementing good policies. They don't have it. Any policy that will make life better for you, it will automatically turn them to paupers, especially all of them who are already living like kings and queens, prince and princess. Once you say they should do the right thing, that means all of the resources they have used, conny deceit to divert into their private pockets under different fraudulent names. That means you are going to tell them to stop all of that. What are they going to be eating? So they won't do it. They have to go. All of them. The entire establishment, the entire system, cleansed. If you go out there and you begin to shout, soli, Tinubu must go. Tinubu must go. You are deceiving yourselves. And that's practically what I have seen people preparing to do. Tinubu must go. Obaseki must stay. Dubious Dapo must stay. Sanwo-Iku must stay. Tinubu must go. But what's that guy from Kano? I mean, sorry, this guy from Zamfara. I mean, you can, and then the other one from Borno, Zulu must stay. Fubara must stay. You are not ready. The entire system is so rotten. That if anything has to end, it has to be all of them. Not just that. When you say they have to go, you must also be so ready to do citizens arrest. Arrest them. Wherever you see them, you pick them up. When they try to escape, you arrest them, you tie their hands and all of that. They will then face the citizens' courts. That's what you should be getting ready for. Anyone telling you about peaceful protest, they are luring you out to your death. I've said this before. I'll give you my own advice. So those of you, if you are serious, if you are watching me right now, if you are serious like the Kenyans, you do not need anybody from abroad to come and join you, and then before you can probably fight for your life and that of your children. There is no future for you or anybody in Nigeria, all of you. Yeah, you may be lucky, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so of you may be lucky enough, right, to have some family members that probably will keep pushing you up. But with the way Nigeria is going, even that your family member, friends, who are well-to-do, they will soon become olushi. They will also become very poor soon. Do you know that most of the people who are begging for support today inside that contraption Nigeria 10, 15 years ago, these were kind of people who were on their own financially. Nigerians have lost so much. They've taken a lot from you. And that's exactly the plan. They will take until they take your life. So if I tell you something, right, you better consider it. If you are going to go out, if you are planning any sort of protest in that contraption where they will kill you, have you seen the ECOWAS court report that came out today? Nigeria is guilty of the violation of human rights, killing protesters, peaceful protesters in 2020. Have you seen that? But nothing is going to happen. The criminals who committed the murder, the massacre, they are still there. None of them is punished. Well, I can tell you some of them that got promoted for their role in killing Nigerians. They are still there, wearing the black uniform, wearing the green uniform as soldiers and policemen. No punishment, no nothing. So do you want them to kill you so that they can actually do the same? I mean, to scare others away. So there are ways you must know, protect yourselves. It's not hard. Okay, it is not hard. Whenever you are going out there, and you are there carrying this, your placard, and what do you call it? Placard, as well as your phones. Come on, don't be daft. Get yourself some face mask, gas mask, to protect yourself from any of their, what have you, canister shooting and the rest. And once they begin to use their life ammunitions and all that, again, bulletproof vests can be, handmade bulletproof vests can be made. Yeah. It is just to reduce the impact of anybody who are, I mean, why don't you organize that way? Let everybody who are going to be in front of the entire revolution will be those who are fortified, who are protected and all of that. I'm not saying you should attack them, but the moment they come for you, you go for them too. The order they will give to them is to shoot and kill you. So why do you want to go out there in a way that once they shoot 2, 3 people, everyone else will run away? That's the end of the protest. You are dead. The suffering continues. So if I have an advice for anybody, that's going to be my topmost advice. You are facing murderers. These are murderers. Shoot and kill. You don't understand the language you want to speak. You can carry the flag, you can sing their national anthem or whatever it is. They will still kill you. So if you are planning your national protest and you are begging the police, you are not ready. That's another one. I can see some of them are already trying to romance the police. It's our right. It's our constitutional right. Nigeria police, you must obey the law. The law says, yeah. See, don't deceive yourself. They will kill you. And nothing is going to happen. And that is why when you are ready, you don't tell policemen and say, we are coming out on this, so you need to come and protect us. Omo, you are not in the UK. And you are not in America. There are a few countries in the world where their policemen will not turn the guns on you and shoot you. Nigeria is not one of them. They will kill you. And the rest of the world will look away. Like it didn't happen. So you don't need to tell their police. Don't write them. There's no amount of a fancy word or letter you write to them and say under the law. Listen to me. You're just setting yourselves up. When you are ready, you won't tell police, you won't tell anybody that you want to protest. You will be out. And as usual, a day before that, they are going to threaten you. That's what they do most. They're going to threaten you and tell some of you who are parents, tell your children to stay away. Don't join them. Some people want to overthrow government. Some people want to put Nigeria in trouble. There's some people who want to make Nigeria unpeaceful. Yeah. Policemen. We will arrest everybody that yeah. Listen to me. They're going to do that. So why are you writing them? Telling them that we are coming out to exercise our rights. Who tell you say you get rights? Inside that contraption, is that what you tell yourself? Is that what you put in your head? Now, I'm saying this to you so that you can know what you are up to. And if all I have been saying, all this thing I'm saying to you, They don't mean anything to you, right? It's okay. It's all right. I will just wish you well. I'm not discouraging you. I'm saying that you are facing lunatics, murderers, and don't think they understand civility, humanity. Telling them you are peaceful will provoke them, because the order they give to them is kill few of them, others will run away. So why do you want to be? It could be you. So why do you want to give them what they want, where you can actually shock them for real? If you're watching my video from any part of Nigeria today, and somehow, right, you are among those who don't give a damn. They want to kill us, may they kill us. I will be out that day. This little advice can actually keep you alive. It is not to discourage you. Look around now. You've got just about, you still have like 21 days. Yeah, or 20 days to get all of these materials. You ladies who want to join them, because I can't say you shouldn't. There are people who tell you, protest, no, they solve anything. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You still do what you have to do, right? Ladies, you know all this atagugu, all this dry pepper and all of that, you can easily begin to soak them as we speak in, what do you call it? In water. Oh, sorry, not water. In ogogoro. So you put the atagigu, the dry pepper, in a vodka or a vodka bottle, right? Take it every day between now and the 29th of July. By the 30th of July, get yourself some mini sprays, okay? Spray bottle, and kind of fill them up. Share this among yourselves, okay? Whenever their policeman comes around you, any of them that comes closer, spray them this pepper spray, all of them as much as you can, okay? The reason is that whatever you can do yourself to defend yourselves from these rogues, do them. Not many people will be closer or have chance of getting closer to them, but you need the number. For the ladies, instead of them because they will come for some of you more. So if they are holding or trying to drag you as they normally would do, get your pepper spray out. And to those of you who are like the fancy people, you can buy, I don't know if the pepper spray you buy from the shelf is going to be as powerful as that. This one works well. It is lab tested. Believe me. See, I'm giving you all these tips. It's not because I'm encouraging you to be violent. No. I'm telling you that no amount of peace or peaceful, whatever you are giving it to yourself, if you have the determination to go out there in your head and in your mind, believing that you have a right, your fundamental human right, you do not have any right in the face of these murderers. Tell yourself that. And since you know that they do not recognize any right of yours to stay alive, you have to protect yourselves. Do you understand that now? I'm saying this to those of you who want to. The most violent people, the murderous people are those people your government will send after you. There's nothing wrong in asking for a better life. I do know something will trigger something, because sometimes, right, I kind of feel like, yeah, people are living on the edge right now. Any small thing, people will just kind of, they will just lose it and all that. But they are misdirecting such energy. If you ask me, they are misdirecting or misusing that energy of their anger and all that. Now, the criminals in Nigeria are so comfortable right now that they believe that they are leading a country of captured people. They will scream, they will shout, they will curse. On social media, they are the loudest. They will do nothing, all their mouth. This is how the Nigerian politicians feel. You are all conquered. There's no amount of hardship you will go through that will make you, in your life, stand up and face them. How would you? How can you do it? How would you do it? So this is the state of mind of your average politician in Nigeria. They see all of these things, but they tell themselves, one or two or so of them will say, "Hey, I fear the day the poor people will come after us." You know why they say that? Because they believe it's never going to happen, but they can imagine it. Like, what we are doing to these people in this country. Hey, if these people should come for us, the day they will come for us. And sometimes they say it in the public. I say, we need to do something because our people are hungry. The day our people will come for us, they don't mean it, because in their mind, you will never come for them. How would you do it? Number one, you are so divided along your ethnic, tribal, and religious, sentiments. How? How are you going to do it? This is the state of mind of your criminal politicians in Nigeria. But you will do it. You will do it. And they will witness it. Some of them will not live to tell the story. Others will never return back to Nigeria if they manage to escape. And that's why I feel like the mentality is still the same. They say they understand your anger, your hunger, your rage, your frustration, and all of that stuff. They say that to you. Sometimes they kind of feel sober to be like, we feel sorry for you. Then they go back and do worse to you. So it's simply like a mockery. Now, if you then come out, you know why this one is something I'm sharing with you, because I think it's going to mean something. There is a part of them that says they want to protest. They want to do this for 10 days. And they will demand for a better government, whatever. Now, if the number comes out so good, and by some overconfidence, right, they just shoot maybe 2 or 3 of you. You will want to do peaceful. They can't shoot 2 or 3 of you. And then you react. You get up. Maybe that, right, can play out. And that is why I do not think we should underplay those who are saying they want to go out and then face Koolu and the rest. Let them do it. But the real one is probably going to be birthed by the unserious ones that some of you are seeing today. You see me now, right? You see, I am being positive towards those who kind of are going beyond just complaining, lamenting, and then take it to them. I know some will probably feel bad, sit back and watch. Some will say it's a waste of time. But it is something that is going to probably be well wasted, and it could be the trigger that the Nigeria has been avoiding all this while. Something has to kind of happen. Okay? And it is so close. It is so close that the criminals in charge of Nigeria are so blind. They are so blind that they can't see it. And that's a good thing. The enslaved are not seeing it. The one that enslaved them can't see it. So, which means none can prevent it. It is going to happen. So I've said this before and I will say it again. The implosion of Nigeria, the breakup of Nigeria would happen. Not because I want it or because you don't want it. It's going to happen. Because these criminals, these clueless rogues in charge of Nigeria, they are doing everything to lead us to that breakup of Nigeria. What we are just trying to do is to see that it is not bloody. Because when it should be through the bloody way, some of us may not live to tell the story, but it will be done just to at least prevent our own children and children from being the partaker in a doom that these guys are investing in. 100 years of debt repayments will be long gone. Possibly some of my own children will be dead, but they will be paying debt until they drop dead. My children will be born into an indebted country, courtesy of criminals of today. There is no future where these guys are taking you. Nigeria is on the cliff. It's just a matter of time before it kind of tumbles. And it's not because I want it or because you don't want it. With the way these rogues are going, the implosion is at hand. Like I said as well, since they can't see it, so full of confidence, others are full of ignorance. But guess what? That is a good thing. Maybe if they are seeing it, they'll probably amend or correct themselves, change their ways, and save the day. But they can't see it. Their supporters can't. One Nigerianist can't. The rogues feeding fat on you can't. Even their partner seems not to be seeing it. But Nigeria is headed for the rock. And it's just a matter of time. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's go take calls. So this is going to be for everyone who is going to stay back and have a chat. While I take a break, right? If you have to leave, just remember, share this broadcast, like it, right? And I will see you again. But for those who are still going to stay back, maybe you should grab your phone. When I come back, we'll take calls. Thank you. So we've got, let me see, we have just about an hour, less than an hour anyway to go. So if you want to be part of this chat this evening, the number is right here on your screen. So we have less than 42 days to the Yoruba Union Summit in Glasgow. You can join us. Come on, don't do it at the last minute, okay? So let's start with this. Hello there.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Samaigo.
Good evening to you. Idris, is that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Round, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you always for the enlightenment. And this afternoon, I think I spoke about the protest that I said to me, I don't see it coming to pass, because why are you planning for a protest for at least in 20 days time? And you know that the Nigerian government will not, even if you plan a protest, like probably you plan a protest in the next 24 hours, it's going to be clamped down. Now you're planning a protest for in the next 20 days. So what do you expect? To me, I don't even see it coming to pass. It's not a matter of, so like I said,
So
if we want
in Nigeria right now, people are not talking about the protests, are they?
Samayegun, I get to know the full meaning, as in the the publicity of the protest from your program. Though I get some snippets, I get some snippets from Twitter, but the main gist I'm just getting from you. So I believe that it is not even in the mainstream media from our own hand here. So nobody's even aware that there's going to be protest. Imagine, our Tafeshe protest in Nigeria go to protest
Are you serious? Because everybody is
Sir Mayogo, I am which social media? Is it the one that has been without with Davido and this thing, or all this thing that is happening from their own hand like that, or the one that the one that they've that Tony Haima cool stuff? It has even covered all the story that is coming up being by everybody. So I don't know. To me, this one is not even going. It's not even going viral. So I don't even see it coming to pass. Like I said, if we want to start a revolution, we should just start it once and for all, spontaneously. It's not that we are going to be planning for something in 20 days time. So I don't see it coming to pass. And later they'll be writing to police that we want your protection. Which protection? Is it the one that they are going to shoot? So everybody in Nigeria, see, like you keep saying, it's not that we are not tired. We are extremely tired of what is happening in the country. We are just waiting for just the ignition, just ignition. Everybody is tired. Like some people normally say that, like some people normally say that we don't, that we that we are in Nigeria, we in Nigeria, that we are not even striving to get our just cause. It's a lie. Everybody is extremely tired. Both the Ronukus and not the people that are not Ronu, they are extremely tired. And it's even I won't go no affect you. Although we don't even support this government, we know that this is what is going to befall us. We already know. It's just like it's just like we have envisaged that there will be famine in the land. So we have even stocked our house. We stock our house with food already. Not that we have the food. I'm just using the scenario to paint it like that. But it still affects us. Or those people that they've subjected themselves to that rubbish, they are the one feeling it most. Now, this week now, we started queuing again. We started queuing. We are buying petrol. We are buying petrol at rate of 800, 900, even 1,000. Yeah. So price of commodity and price of transportation has already increased again, and that is how it is going to be. And the funniest part is the ceteris paribus. All things being equal. You see, in Nigeria, once things goes up like this, that is the end. It will never come down again. There was a time 2 days or 3 days ago that you showed that a spaghetti, something that is being shared inside nylon. That one has been on for a while now. It has been on for a while. It has just been on for. See, we just that in Nigeria we have this.
The problem in Nigeria right now is that affordability. Okay, it is not even about food. It is being able to afford to buy it.
Exactly.
So when people are talking about bringing food, cheap food, how cheap? What do you even mean by cheap food? What is cheap? Like what?
If I tell you that,
you get what I mean? Like what would you say is cheap in the Nigeria of today that you think, oh, if things come down to like how much? Right, a bag of rice come down to like maybe 15,000. Is that the kind of cheap? Or it should just come down to 80,000 or 70,000. Is that the kind of cheap? Because affordability is another, is the main thing. Abimokparo Idris.
A cup this afternoon. You're absolutely right. It's just it's just like you are seeing everything in your 3D. You see Nigeria in 3D where you are. Sir, today, a cup of rice. I personally bought a cup of rice. A cup of rice is 450. 450. That is in my own area. Some is agolo konyo, agolo pick me cup, is me cup, which even if I cook it, I cannot even get satisfied. I bought it for 450, and that is in my own area. Some are even buying 500 naira, and that is aside. A cup of gari, it is not. Before they say that gari is a common food for the poor, which is we the poor, but it is not expensive. And even to go outside to go and buy food now, it's if you give them 1,000, you can't even, it's just like you buying biscuits and eat. That is all. So we are just waiting for that spike to just take over. That is it. All those people that they are in the aim of affair. It's just a matter of time. Thank you very much, sir. I just want to do my contribution, sir. All right, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, take it easy, man. Yeah, that's something. Like, I don't know how it's gonna be like if I was living in Nigeria. Because sometimes, I mean, if you put yourself in their shoes, what is that thing that's going to actually motivate somebody to motivate others and get yourselves out there and make a wholesale demand? Man, it's complicated, right? Hello. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maigun. I'm back again.
It's
hold up. Yeah, it's me.
That's hold up from this. How are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I hope you're good too.
Well, trying.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Well, let me go say my own and get on with it. Look, you were talking about the reasons why people should to revolt or to go to the street. And I mean, there's enough reason, even if we start by saying, okay, the person who bought himself the presidential seat, first of all, let's start from that one. At least, people should say, okay, let's get rid, regardless, no tribal, nothing, but because of the issues. Because first of all, the first thing he made mention when he was sworn in, or what was the English of that? Yes, is that the first subsidy is gone without any plan in place. Government is not done that way. Yes, things is not done that way. Is being stupid and it's just there to display power, to display, yes, okay, I can do and and undo, right? And then he doesn't really care about. He doesn't truly. None of these people care about people. Whatever it is that they are saying, they're talking about, they're only saying it just for the camera's sake. Say, at least let's just be saying all these things so that at least they will see us that we are doing something. But nothing is being done. Nothing.
I tell you that they had a meeting with the president. Oh, the president is so concerned. The president is doing a great job to help the people. And then all of you will listen and be like, okay, great job. Where is the job?
Nobody. Okay, could anybody in Nigeria say, okay, this is the president's routine? Okay, this is what he does every morning, or what time did he get up? Because most of the leaders everywhere in the world, they get up in the morning like ordinary people, ordinary person, like everyone. At least it's a good example. I mean, a president should be a good example to other, that, okay, this is the head, yes. But what kind of example is this? When you just put on agbada and then you are just like a relic. Like you just, what is it that he's doing? It's just there to to get money from the people he has, his policy is currently favoring, and then they will now from the back door giving him 2 billion, 5 billion there, sending it in whatever account he gave them to send it to, and then that's all. Yeah, they are doing.
What are they going to use?
I don't know why people cannot understand. Yeah, yeah. Of course, they will use it for their own stooge later on. Maybe his son or whoever it is, or yeah, they will be keeping it. Mr. Tinubu is a very good the guy is thinking ahead instead of thinking of how to solve. Yeah, to solve people's problem, to make people's life easy, create jobs, you said, is he agbado, is he cassava, is he buy tractor, flood Nigerian market with tractor. Let it be easy for people to access, to get these tractors. At least, after all, it is government money for Nigerian citizens. That is what it should be. That's not all. Sometimes I even think maybe does Nigerian government have money actually? Because I don't know. Maybe they are just saying it from mouth. Maybe there's nothing there. Sometimes.
Nigeria too much money. Nigeria would have had money if the money is being used, right, judiciously.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that the money is not being used judiciously, it goes into the private pockets of so many of them. So Nigeria has no money. It's not enough to share. They have so much to loot.
Yeah.
That they have.
And then
to do the
look at this Dapo or wherever in Ogun State. Look at the road that he's doing. Patch something. Okay, it is understandable when there is already road somewhere. But if you want to patch road, you patch it in a professional way. You use the technical know-how to do it. They do it here in UK as well. They patch things, but they patch it accordingly, the way they should patch it. But the way they are doing that one, you can see that they are just, let's just keep their mouth quiet. At least we are doing something. Yes.
Give it one simple rain, okay? And everything will be back to the same.
It will wash everything. Yeah. So look, Nigerian youth doesn't have job. They don't have anything. Let them just get this thing done. Move to the streets in millions. We are talking of millions, not. You remember the Arab Spring? I don't know if you still remember very well how they were in the capital. They were like ants. They were so much that you don't even know where to start. In fact, where are you going to start from? Where? That is kind of crowd we need.
Military, what do you call that one? Armor tank carrier.
Tank. Yes. Where are they going to start from? This is revolt. People should stand up in numbers. You will see things will change. In Abuja, they should stand up there.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Okay,
sir.
You have a good one, man. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you are good. Okay, bye-bye.
So I have another caller on the line, but there's something I saw and I want to share with you. Please God help me. This image I'm about to share is from Niger State. Niger State is I think it's the biggest state by land in Nigeria. Anyway, they've got so much land that Niger State alone can actually feed the entire Nigeria if they go into farming. But that's not why I want to share this image, okay? Because if this image indeed is from Niger State, I have seen the guy, among other things that you've heard about them, okay? I have seen the guy with all these farm tools, tractors, and other stuff, irrigation, this or that, where currently has cultivated, according to him, over 100,000 acres of land. And there is a sign. I mean, this is the alpha you can see. I'm going to go look for the video. Now, this plot of land is what you have. This cultivated land is reported to be in Niger State of Nigeria. And the question is, why can't Nigeria have, or all these states in Nigeria, why can't they have 2, 3 of this size of farms in their own states, growing up different kind of food? The money they are using to buy all these SUVs and the rest of them, buy tractors for your farmers, cultivate the land. You have so much land everywhere. Like if they go on about this, protect the farmers that are going to be working on the farms and prevent any of their cows even getting closer to any of these places. Do you think Nigeria can grow food enough that people won't have to beg? Do you think your currency won't have a strength that you have more than enough to eat, to export? So that's some impressive stuff there. I just thought you should see it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I've got a caller.
Yeah, my God.
How are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you? It's Victor from Germany. Once again.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
how's the family? I hope everybody's fine.
I'm fine, and how's yours too? How's everyone?
We thank God, everybody's okay.
Yes, please, man.
Oh, my ego. It really breaks my heart, watching that demolition squad, carrying out the atrocities at Bagada with such a short notice of time,
8 hours.
It's so it's unbelievable. It's like these people are, this government, I don't know what has come over them. I don't even know the adjective to qualify them. I don't know. Are these people human beings? For God's sake, the fact that they're in power today makes them forget about everything about their own child's development, how they grew up and became what they become today.
Yeah.
They've forgotten. I mean, there's something wrong with this poverty mentality that has to do with the poor man. At the moment they get rich, they forget about what they went through in life to get to where they are. Imagine these people, look, I was just looking at the houses in a kind of shanty, these people are already living in abject poverty, right? And then you make them homeless with the present Nigeria today, the present situation prevailing in Nigeria today. How could any government do that to their citizen?
Go and find anywhere you can live. Nobody cares. We need this place for camera.
Lord of mercy. Lord, how this is inhumanity to man. Fine, if they want to evict them, they can at least give them reasonable time to find a place for themselves. These people probably have children who are going to school. Yeah. Now they have no food, they have no shelter, no roof over their head.
And they're on that street there that nobody knows what they're up to right now.
It's raining cat and dog in Lagos almost every day. As I'm talking to you now, my brother. And the government will have the temerity to go out there, start demolishing houses without giving adequate notice to the inhabitants.
That's right.
With the flooding here and there, they're not even doing anything about. Look, they should be thinking about how to create irrigation, how to make sure that the sewage is flowing properly in Lagos, and not evicting people from their homes. The land they have, they've not been able to develop it.
Yeah, if you come there are some areas here in the UK too, and I believe probably you have them around Germany too, right? Where you see water channel passing the back of people's houses, right?
Exactly.
And then you see them mount all these sort of massive, I don't know, I can call it like a slide in order to in order to prevent any form of overflowing, flowing to people's home. So you see this at the back of the houses, and then you see this channel. We have a river Clyde here. And honestly speaking, right, if nobody told me, you would think that river was river until I was told it was actually man-made channel.
That's man-made.
Google what is called the Clyde channel, Clyde River here in the UK, right? And you see the Clyde channel, right? It is like that. I don't know if you know Ogunpa in Ibadan. They have this big, massive canal, right? Somewhere in Ibadan, okay? It's like this massive, it's called Ogunpa. Like a old trailer can drive in it. You get what I mean?
Okay.
So we have something similar here, but we filled it with water already. We've got boats on the water, and it appears like a river. It's actually man-made. Now, here is the reason why I'm saying this to you, right? So on both sides of this water, okay, we have road. We have houses there. Now, you see the houses there, right? On the path, you see the footpaths, where people were just kind of walking on the path of the. It's now river. We call it river. I swear,
it's like a river bank, where people can, take a walk.
It wasn't a river. It was
like a strand.
Man-made canal.
Okay.
So how come Lagos, that is surrounded by water, can't really have any clear water path that you can call a proper canal? Have you seen some of all the gullies?
No.
Man, well, yeah. Let the people pay.
It's a nice saw. The other day I saw somebody. I'll quickly tell you this, Mayu. Anyway, the other day I saw they said they were trying to remove the blockage in the sewage, and they were driving their form of tractor or whatever it is, I don't know. Going front and back, trying to clear it up, and then they sent somebody into that canal, right, to go and clear it up, and then the person gets swept away. Till tomorrow, they've not find the person in Lagos. Human being to go into such a dirty, muddy water, and be clearing it with their bare hand.
They will tell you now. They say the job is for some people. It's not for the faint-hearted. When you look at how much
and tell me what they're going to pay these people. Peanuts. The man that is going to be there embezzling the money is right up there, and then they'll be using the poor people to do their dirty business. At the end of the day, they pocket the money. This guy cannot even find a roof over their head.
That's even if they are paid.
My brother, let me not take too much of the time. There's somebody else that that might be wanting to call. Yeah, the clock is ticking. Very soon it's going to get to them, and it's going to be too bad.
I tell you,
it's going to be too bad. By the time it happens, it will probably be worse than what's happened in Kenya.
Somebody said that the reality of Kenyans is different from the reality of Nigerians. They may be right, but they're actually facing the same shege. If we are all being honest or being human.
Yeah, if you're in a way you are right, but the thing is, I think one thing we all have, peculiar to us, is that if you drive a snake to the wall and it can no longer escape, if you can't find an escape route, it's going to come back and react on you.
To bite you and bite his way out.
That will happen eventually in Nigeria.
Bless you, man.
It's just question of time. Thank you, bro. You have a nice evening. Yeah.
You too. Send me where to the family, by the way.
Would do. And yours too.
So I have another caller, and I again look at this guy, right? Now, to those of you who are aware or familiar with his game, okay? So every now and then, every AK day, he posts this picture. And some people felt like maybe it's just to get his own cut from thiefnubu's national cake or something. But it's pretty much like it's taking forever. Now, he's one of those that believe that trolling Nigerians for thiefnubu won't have his own consequences. He's an actor, by the way. The son, his name is Yule Edochie, the son of Peter Edochie. Usually they say that the lion will never eat the grass. Will never eat grass, and a lion will never give birth to a sheep until they got to the turn of Peter Edochie. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Are you good, General?
Yes, sir. How are you?
My first time calling you.
Oh, is that first time you said, sir?
My first time, sir.
Amazing.
It's my first time.
What's your name? Is that right?
My name is Folks Hassan. I know I'm not using my handle right now because I deactivated for a while, but I'll be back again. But this is Folks Hassan, but I know I'm using Khaled.
I'll just use Tokes then, right? Did you say Tokes?
Yes.
That's the one I'm going to remember.
That's right, from Toronto, Canada.
From Toronto, Canada. Pleased to meet you, sir.
You know your world. You know your worldwide. You're global.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So I just want shook mouth for this matter.
Please, so.
You know? So, I've had so many conversations with a lot of Nigerians. I'm of Yoruba background. I'm a Yoruba guy. Okay? But I've had so much conversation with a lot of my people here in Canada, here in Toronto. You'll be so shocked that when you look at the same thing, as a matter of fact, Toronto is an epidemic. Or Toronto exemplifies Nigeria. The Nigerian community in Toronto exemplifies Nigeria.
We have a sizable population of Nigerians in Toronto, yeah?
Oh, yes.
So, okay.
Everything
I'm
is
interested
broken.
now. Go on, sir.
Yes. Everything is broken into tribes. It goes through tribes. When you're talking to my own people, whether you like it or not, Tinubu hasn't done anything wrong. It's the people under him, not him. They see him as a visionary for real, for real. They will acknowledge that things are not going well, but they will tell you it's not the fault, period.
Even in Canada, even in Toronto, yeah?
Other side, yes. In Toronto.
Like, how do you feel? Okay. You know something, right? We have them everywhere. Like people who are living in society that works, okay? And they are the living proof that indeed all these countries were not being managed by spirits. They are being managed by human beings who follow the law. Then from far away, they are seeing what is going on in Nigeria, but yet, they are still passionately defending that incompetence in that place. Sir, how do you normally feel around such people when you're having a chat like this and they are telling you it's not his fault? We need to give him time. Like
just
people who live with you in Canada, how do you feel?
I feel like I'm actually around deluded people.
Hi.
People that are deluded, like far from reality. I swear, a few days ago, I was still having this conversation, and I'm like, all you guys, I show them my phone, show them how much money I've spent so far this year to help people I know, and sometimes people I don't even know from us. I've spent over 2 million naira equivalent. I don't really have a great job, I'll be honest with you. But I'm telling you the truth. I've done a lot to help you.
I can imagine. I mean, there are some people who don't like me right now. They see me every day because they feel like, how could you be looking like everything is normal? We are asking you for help. You haven't even answered or you haven't even fulfilled them. But they see me every night. Like I just look normal. Baba, I can imagine what it's going to be like. I am a living witness too. Baba?
That's right. So having said that, I just thought, you know what? The conversation got to a point where we go, let's think of solution. How can we go about what's going on in Nigeria? Even the ones that acknowledge that things weren't going well, okay? They will come back and say, remember, I said, no. When you look at the situation, I agree with you. These people want to kill people, fine, and all that. I'm not even asking for go out there and protest and stuff. Because I know most Nigerians, whether you like it or not, if you never reach them really, really deep, they're not even going out there. They will just inquire. They will call They will call you. They will call other people that care to listen and vent their anger. But when they leave your station, your studio, and they go back into their world, ask a question. Think about it. How does a common Nigerian even deal with his neighbor? Any little thing, they take advantage, knowing that your neighbor is in the same boat. The price of food in Toronto here is so ridiculous that it's like, trust me, I'm not married, but I am a great cook. I cook, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm air frying fish right now, trying to make some nice objects. Okay?
Bless you, man.
I live alone, I'm a passion. But I'm telling you, the price of food here in Toronto is so exponential, I can't believe it. When you walk into a restaurant, you buy common rice with atas, that red pepper, and three meat or so for $30. Tell me you don't cook rice in your own
house. Have to go back and cook. And now? $30.
So first, the people have problems that they need to fix. Orientation is the problem. Okay? Now, when I gave them an opinion, suggestion, I said, maybe Nigerians should have passive protest. You know what I meant by passive protest? Imagine a situation, I know it. Yes, thank you. Your brain is here. You know what I'm saying? The landlord also suffers, right? So the landlord is saying, my tenant, I'm going to give you 1 month. The landlord won't protest for 1 month. 1 month, I know that you won't be able to go to work. That 1 month,
so free rent.
If you're paying month,
that's my contribution.
Free rent. So that, exactly. And if you pay yearly, the following year, I will remove 1 month off. So don't worry, do it. In your yard, don't go out there and sell anything. Sit in your yard. Let people know ahead before this time that we are going to do this for like maybe a month after. Okay, it's going to be very bad for everybody.
Start with 1 week, and after that 1 month. After that, indefinite.
Thank you very much. You don't need to be out there.
People need to understand that you shouldn't start what you don't want. Something you can't finish, or what you don't have intention of finishing. If you stand up and say you want something, don't go back inside until you get it, or else you will never get it.
Nigerians are not ready to suffer for their rights, to claim their rights back. No, they're not. So that is what I've been facing here. When
I know. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You know. So much for joining
us. I
okay?
really happy to talk to you. I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
God have a good one, okay? It's really lovely hearing from you. All right. That's the first time caller. Normally we should have said thank you to our first time caller like that. That was loud. Anyway, thank you so much, Satox, for that brilliant contribution, okay? And indeed, you stylishly just told us the price of, a portion of soup or a portion of semo. My semo and 3 meats now will cost me $30 in Toronto, Canada. So the African wahala, if you have to host me for 3 days and I eat semo twice a day, so maybe you should know what, So now somebody has told me what it costs to buy, to eat in Canada, to eat out in Canada. And I think that's probably the most moderate. Others will probably be like, higher, right? Now I have another caller on the line. Here, hello.
Hello, sir. This is Adiola speaking.
Oh, dear bro. How are you doing this evening, Adiola?
I'm very well. I just a quick hello to you and see how you're doing.
Thank you. I'm very well, man.
I'm fine. I just got back from Nigeria. So.
Oh, then you've got gist for me there. That's not going to be quick.
No, not too much of gist. Right. I think things are different on ground when you go there. Things are really different. My heart bleeds when It's sad. It's really sad because you could see the potential of what people can do. The opportunity of having having sane leadership. It's so hard. It's so hard and it's heartbreaking that people are subjected to the kind of life they're living. It's so hard. It's very hard. They are powerless because you can. Whatever way you are saying it's hard when you get up in the morning and you know clearly well that you have to struggle. It's a different kind of setting. So, the leaders are culpable. That doesn't change. But the pain, my ego, the pain is not good at all. I don't think people should be subject to such pain. They shouldn't be subject to such pain because it's a country with massive potential. Massive potential. Just decentralize it, break it up. Let us go. It's not working. We have all the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Things are expensive, Maego. Ridiculously expensive.
Unbelievably.
People, I was there for a week and a half, and it was painful throughout. It's not the same country I left.
Spend that break. Lagos, or do you go elsewhere?
Lagos.
Lagos, no?
It was in Lagos. It was in Lagos. Lagos is a pressure port. Lagos is a pressure port.
Did you witness that flooding by any chance?
I did. Everything was
you said you don't have
no.
gist for me. Tell me what it was like. Somebody like yourself, was it like a shock? Like you woke up and everywhere was just like, or what? Come on, what was it like?
It was a shock, to say the very least, because everything was grounded. There wasn't internet. Mobile phone wasn't, the communication was hampered. You couldn't call people properly. And the offshoot of that was that, even my cousins that got jobs, remote jobs, the moment they realized that they were Nigerians, the opportunity was taken from them because of the unreliability of internet. So it's not just, it is far-reaching. The consequences of bad governance, it reaches far. Because if you were to unbundle it, if you were to unbundle the consequences of bad governance, you will spend years doing it. It affects the most vulnerable. So imagine days, even after it was restored, it was still shaky. You go out, and if your livelihood was dependent on being connected, then you can kiss everything goodbye. You can kiss it goodbye. Michael, first hand is not working. It is not working. That's just it. It's not working.
You see, what somebody shown me was that you can actually really see how drained the people are.
See, Michael,
like you could see it all over their faces. Even those ones that pretends to be kind of fine. I'm talking about the ones that are still able doing. You could see the whole thing all over their faces, right? That they are so drained. Adela?
Chairman, I don't think, in a way, you can't really blame the average Nigerian because they are on hustle mode. You see that I sat down with my uncles and we're having conversations and I was gisting them about Nigerian structure and where we are today. And they don't even know. So they were even shocked that I knew so much. And they said to me, Diola, every day we're trying to survive. So even the headspace to think about, okay, let's protest, or the headspace about gaining, freedom, Diaspora has a strong role to play in this emancipation, because the people, looking at it, for me, they look powerless. They are on hustle mode. Everybody's trying to just, the relationship is like that of children of, the relationship is that of Pharaoh and the children of Israel. That it's like you have been captured. So when we talk about state capture, state capture has a relationship with the captured and the one that's doing the capturing. And when you are captured, there's powerlessness, there's hopelessness, there's defeat. So for there to be that change, Diaspora has a role to play, a prominent role, if for nothing, because the people are defeated. They've stripped power off them. You can't be driving all opposite traffic. It's like dystopia. That's just to put it mildly. It's dystopia. When you have utopia, there isn't any place on earth whereby you can say it's 100% utopia. Some countries you could say 70% utopia, 30% dystopia. It's like that's how I see that scale. This one, Baba, we are looking at almost 90% dystopia. He's not just trying to. So we are not saying 90% for no reason. We are saying 10% belongs to good healthcare, 10% belongs to food security, 10% belongs. So when you are to market over 10, light, food, security, education, 10 each. So we're not pulling figures. We're not saying 90% dystopia. We are saying it clearly. Healthcare failed, food security failed, water infrastructure failed, education failed. So you can say we are tendering towards maybe the last 10%, maybe for resilience. That's why it's still not dystopia yet. Full dystopia. So we are moving towards full-scale dystopia under this current leadership. Baba, I was sad. I was broken to see people live that way, and it should not be so. Baba, good night, sir.
Thank you so much, Adeola. Okay. You have a good one yourself, okay? I mean, it's like going to Nigeria now, sir, will be giving person PTSD. Imagine coming back from Nigeria and then in your sleep, you just have to be like, Liver. I say, waiting now, Baba, who are you fighting? Say, oh, God, man. I actually thought I was still in Nigeria. It seems like people will be coming back with a trauma. Because I don't know if I'm going to feel really, really good looking at people so drained, so sapped by a system that majority of them just probably are not even in the know. Imagine you talking to somebody in Nigeria and then they are wondering, how did you know so much? And then you are wondering, how come they didn't know anything? And then you realize that there's so much disconnection. And the reason why they ensure that they do not have any access to right information is deliberate. Where are we going to start from? Hello there.
Baba, good evening, Baba.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, oh. Just feel like I'm feeling some little migraine there, but apart from that, I'm fine.
It is well with our soul. My name is. It is well with our soul, Baba.
Amen. Oh, thank you.
My name is John Eze, calling from Boston.
So John Eze.
Yes, Baba.
From Boston.
Yes, Baba. It has been a long time, Baba. My schedule changed. It's not easy. You know, you living in diaspora.
I do.
When your schedule change, it's bomber to bomber. You get going.
Man, you just have to keep up as well. You can't be found you can't be found wanting. So I'm glad you have our time this evening, though.
Yes, sir.
Boston today.
Make I bless you. We thank God. It's we are in summer. Everywhere is hot now.
Enjoy your
everywhere is hot. It's very hot here now.
You only have it. You're going to have it for just maybe a few more weeks, and that will be you back.
Yeah. Absolutely, sir.
So enjoy it while it lasts, sir.
One. Let me do as usual. Let me bless you, Baba Mayangu.
Sir.
It shall be well with you.
Say,
Baba Mayangu.
Sir.
You will live and see the goodness of the Lord upon your life.
Amen to that.
Because this study you are giving to us can never be in vain. Amen. Your name will be in the history record. Your name will be tagged in there as somebody who stand and defend his people.
Thank you.
May the Lord bless you.
Amen.
May the Lord keep you. May the Lord bless your family. May the Lord bless your family. May the Lord bless your children. May the Lord keep you. In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Let me quickly one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Mazen Nande Carlo, we are praying for him. His word has already come to pass, nothing more. But I'm believing that his message, people have heard his message, people have killed his message. Even though we didn't see him again, his name is still there. But I believe that Almighty God that we serve, he will come out successfully and see the blessing that God have made him a hero. He said, now
it must happen.
It must. That one must. Make I go quickly to the message.
Thank you.
You see, when you have time to bring out facts, we are talking about facts.
Yes.
This is truth.
Facts are very strong.
We Nigerians will say na lie.
You know.
You have been saying this time without number. It's like giving a rat a fish, make him keep them for you. Rat, ma, they hungry. Rat, ma, get another rat. You carry fish, go give rat. Keep this fish for me and they come. What do you expect?
And you are angry that the rat ate the fish.
You go chop them now, chop waiting you. Where go even smell yourself, go where you put the next one and carry them come out. Nothing you go do.
It's like asking a cat to look over a fried meat for you. Are you joking?
I see your message for Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger Republic. I bet you, I'm not betting you. I give you 4 years now.
Sir.
Nigerians will migrate to either they go to Burkina Faso or they go to Mali. Go live forever and their life. I bet you, I don't bet you, I give you 4 years. Burkina Faso will become
I believe
Burkina Faso will become another place in Africa that people will try to go visit. I give you only 4 years because our people talk say, just what you have in your face, you can't use mirror and watch it. You're already there, you're already clean, you're already fine. It's no need of going to mirror and watch yourself. All right? Now, look at what this administration has put people into. I don't have much thing to say. Let our people, they have never seen anything. You said it, that they have not seen Shege. They will see the one that passed Shege.
It's going to happen.
What next?
Mazim Namdekanu said that those who were attacking him, those who were calling for his head, when he was telling them that the Fulani terrorists were coming and they will kill us, that when they start killing us, that instead of the Nigeria government to protect us, that their leaders in government will protect them and they will leave us. All of them they've happened.
Okay.
Right? Then the one he also said that by the time that these terrorists are done with Nigeria, Somalia
will be better.
Will
be paradise.
Now, will be paradise. That's what he said. He said Somalia will be a paradise to what Nigeria will become. Are we not
and
there
people,
yet?
People will start looking for visa to go to Somalia.
Are we not jackpotting already now? Our people are in Sudan. Our people are in Sudan. Our people are in Chad. Some of them are there as refugees. Over 200,000 Nigerians are refugees in Niger Republic, the one that Tinubu wanted to go and bomb for France. So this guy said it, and today his words. I mean, if you go listen to some of what Mazin Namdekanu said, right? We should begin to get worried. Because if all he said in the past are already coming to pass, go listen to some of other things you probably didn't even know he said. And you'll be worried for that contraption.
I will chip into the first caller, what the first caller said. That he didn't see anything. He didn't see it happening, the protest. Baba, they know the plan where to the day they go do protests. They know the plan them.
No.
When head don't hot, mind don't hot. Baba not to enter there.
It's a matter of time, sir.
Make I tell you something. This place now where we dey, this United States where we dey. Did you know how many people that laid their life for this country?
And we are talking about millions here, okay? This is not even just about some few people. what they wanted.
Baba, what we need, I have a friend of mine who live in Port Harcourt. He's back here. He said if they are the owner of that place, they will do it. We can't get here now. Go find them, they come that place. He said everything we we need, God protect and give us. But lack of leadership, bad leadership have ruled us to the ground level.
They've robbed us to the bone. They've robbed our
But still,
future, John.
You know my happiness, Baba. You know my happiness.
Tell us.
My happiness is like Asare. Talk now. Asare Dukubo. Talk now. Asare went to Abuja. Organized his guys, went to Abuja and have a massive protest for Jaga Bandit.
Yes. And look at him today.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encountered you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
John. Now, that is most of what you get from Asari Dokudom now.
Yes, sir.
And it doesn't even threaten anybody who is angry at thiefnubu anymore. If you want protest, go protest. So it's not my business anymore.
Baba, may God bless you, sir. Make I leave you here.
Thank you so much.
My eye. Baba, may they release Martin and the Carlo. May the ladder man may they go. If they not allow that man, they go.
Soon. I mean, I don't care about any conditions they want to give and all of that. May they share free arm. Go to deal with any of their conditions after. Who cares?
Baba, may I leave you. Good night, sir.
And
God
you
bless
too,
you.
Stay safe, man. So that's John from Boston, ladies and gentlemen. And we are coming to the end of the charts. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe I should, let's see if I can take one more. Give me a sec. Just 1 sec. Right. So I should be able to take maybe one single more call and we can call it a night. Okay. And if you are still here with me, it's been a long night. It's not really been too busy. Remember, usually we'll be so busy to the point that, we'll be like, it's going to be like war to get on and get through. Okay. But listen, if you have to leave as well, just check if you have actually liked the broadcast yourself. Just check. And then let's have our last call. Hang on. Right. Hello there.
Thank you, Mayegun. How are you doing, sir?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
Right.
I'm fine.
Hello there. You might need to you might need to just kind of like move away or just mute the broadcast though.
Yeah.
Please.
Honestly, I'm coming.
No, take your time.
All right, Mayegun. Yeah, I just moved this thing now. First and foremost, thank you very much. Let me say this is Otomayegun. Let me say this is Otomayegun.
Otomayegun?
Yeah.
That is stamped. So we can just pour it right now. But you will need to actually really call in regularly so that I can always speak to my Otun. But here we are. Baba.
Honestly, Mayegun, Otomayegun has been calling you for more than 7 years. But let me just conclusively let you know that this is the day that Almighty God has, signed that I'm going to be able to get you. Because for the past 5 years, at times I can call you 50 times. In fact, my wife here I'm from Houston, Texas, anyway.
Really?
And my name is Adila Jabalogun.
God bless you, sir. I have one very big, friend there in that same Texas. Okay, is Yoruba.
Yoruba. Yeah. I used to. Yeah. I think I know him.
I know.
Yeah. But but I mean specifically in Houston.
In Houston area,
Texas.
right? Okay.
Yeah, Houston area.
You know what they told me about the US, right? If I have a chance, I was supposed to be coming to the US again, but something happened again that it's not going to happen. So heartbreaking though, right?
Okay.
But
I pray
right,
that.
I've been told that if I ever land in America, the headquarters of the Mayegun's Templars is Texas. So
Exactly.
Texas.
Exactly. And particularly in Houston. Yeah, and at the same time, just let me give you this information. Houston, I used to call Houston Nigeria Embassy because Houston has the largest population of Nigerians living in the United States.
Oh yeah? Is that why?
Yeah, you can go.
You know?
Yeah, because a lot of people are here basically because of the weather. You get what I'm saying? Because not like me, I feel that here is just jump packed to that extent. You know, here is jump packed.
That's some info there, Baba. Like
but the fact that the weather is, you know, is famous, just like our own weather. So people like coming here from different states. They locate down here.
That's brilliant.
First and foremost, Mayegun, Ìjẹ̀bú fẹ́ sọ kí n ra ìpèrà mi ní ọ̀tún Mayegun. Ó yẹ kó mọ̀ fọ ìkànsínú ìrájọ́ wa. Àbí èyí sùn. But Ìjẹ̀bú ni. Bọ̀dá máa kó yẹn padà, máa kó yẹn padà sà. Mo wà nílé tàbá fẹ́ wá. So, I mean, my first and foremost, let me first say, you know, today is the day. That is number one. Number two, let me appreciate Almighty God in our life, and let me appreciate you. Because Almighty God has used you to liberate a lot of Nigerians. Honestly, with your level, with your caliber, you are more than who you think you are. You get what I'm saying? Let me just put it that way. See, secondly, Mayegun, if people in Nigeria are hearing me now, I've been in the United States since 2013. Let me tell you, I'm a politician. Let me tell you today, if people from my constituency, my local government, I'm from Ajiromi Federal Local Government, and I was the youth leader of Ajiromi Federal Local Government, campaign for second time of Tinubu in year 2023.
Sorry, 2000.
Actually, I'm sorry, my brother. Thank you for the correction.
We are all in 2020 now.
2003. Then, if you remember, there is one thing they call ICG, Independent Campaign Group.
I remember. Before they started with the Team Lagos later under Fashola.
Thank you very much. Team Lagos, all those ones just yesterday.
I think it used to be one as well before ICG. That one they put together that Baba, no more Baba Sokwe. Remember that time, 2002, 2003.
Yeah, before that 2000, even before that 2003. What we have Batku. Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign organization.
That's the one, yeah. That's one. That is one that they recruited everybody and they were shouting, "No more Baba Sokwe, no more Baba Sokwe." I remember, Baba. I remember.
Then we moved to ICG, which is Independent Campaign Group, headed by one very young, vibrant guy in Lolubo. Let me tell you, don't let me talk more story. You see, I am, Mayegun, I'm over 50 years of age.
Bless you.
And I'm from a pair. Since I'm here since 2013, I have not been opportune to go to Nigeria. Actually, I wanted to go since about 2 years ago. I'm a grandfather now. But at times when I look at what is it called, TikTok or whatever, Nigeria has turned a monster in my looking. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
And let me tell you one thing, Mayegun, let me just say this before I just go now. I want to give other people a chance to talk. Let me tell you one thing. I don't want to say this one on air, but let me just say, we Yoruba, what we are, the kind of let me tell you, the kind of eba that we Yoruba are making now. we are going to call somebody to come and help us to eat it when the time comes. And the time is very, very near. I see the government that I left in 2013 as an occultic government. Yeah. Government that does not have anything upstairs for the people. Mayegu, let me tell you one thing. When people are saying people are embezzling money, you see, fella, let us know. Let us call a thief a thief.
That's right. Not
let me tell you
not a corrupt person. Call him
not a corrupt, not an investment. Let me tell you investment.
Call it.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you. Yeah, stealing. This one is thief. Thief is a thief. They are our people are criminal. I don't call them leaders. I call them rulers. We never opportune to have leaders in Second Republic. When we are talking of leaders, we are talking about Awolowo. Since after Awolowo, all we have been having are rulers,
opportunists.
Who does not have anything upstairs, who are just coming to government in the name of in disguise of a government, but occultic. Apart from our local, occultic and a kind of suicide organization.
It is so occultic, sir. Yeah, you are right. It's so occultic that people will sit down. They will conspire on how to cheat their people. They know the consequences. They won't build schools, they won't build hospitals. They will share the money. And everybody will then keep it to themselves. And they will still go back to their communities and tell their people government is doing a lot to help us. That's occultic. That's not normal.
You see, okay, now like yesterday I was looking on this thing, and my people are saying, oh, Yayi is tying road, Yayi, when he come, we're gonna vote for him. I say, look how stupid my people are. Which Yayi that is coming to tie road? Which road are they going to tie? You understand? So you see, we're in a pathetic mood. And let me tell you this one before I go for free. I didn't see any revolution coming. Our people are not serious at all. Because imagine that even my wife, when they have light for just 4 hours in 2 days, when I call my wife in Nigeria, I say, they are improving now. They are improving. I said, what kind of hell improving? For 2 days? You get what I'm saying? So, in order not to digress, I don't see any what is it called, protest coming. People are just
people are actually not in that place yet.
They are just making.
That is why you see some of them. They will say, if this government can just do something about hunger, and then you ask them, what do you think the government should do about hunger? They should bring food. They should allow the border to open. Some of them are not even so deeper in understanding the ruins and the destruction that the Fulani terrorists have committed. They don't see it that way. They just feel like, if you don't give us food, everything else is fine, Jare. So you are right, Papa. You are right.
Because let me tell you one thing, Mayegu. Nigeria, we are being captured by missionaries. We are being captured by missionaries. And these missionaries left one thing in us in Nigeria. Because I used to tell my people, when we are talking about Africa, Nigeria is the most backward in Africa.
But they will
go to Koolu.
Because they are the giant of Africa.
Go to Koolu. We are just you see, those are the even Koolu. Let me tell you one thing. I'm going to talk in parable. Missionaries are the people that capture us. They are not missionaries. And the missionaries, they left missionary ideology in us.
A missionary job is indoctrination.
Indoctrination. So let me tell you, let me just, I want some people to grab this. Missionary, they left missionary ideology in us. And in this missionary ideology, that is where we are being born, raised, old, and started marrying. So it's just like a slavery.
So instead of us to be critical thinkers,
thank you very much.
Suspicious people.
Suspicious thinkers. So you see all these protest people now.
In a way, superstitious people.
That is just
I
it.
would rather
So
use superstition and say, do you know the power of God? Do you know how big
that
power?
is
Rather than being critical thinkers that can actually create things.
Mayegun, God bless you. God bless you for that.
Amen.
All these people that say they want to protest, they don't have any agenda. A being power agenda.
None of this agenda is actually really deep to drive anybody into revolution.
That's what you are saying. Mayegun, a being power agenda.
That's not
a being power agenda.
That one is
I'm going to give you one thing. When a being power, almost 90% of them have a being power agenda. Immediately they start this program today. You will see Tinubu and our government. They will manipulate some people, giving people food. And before you see, some will be giving them cooked food, raw food in nylon bag and stuff like that. Before you see, if that
one no work, they will open a warehouse for them to
just for that day or for 2 days, which they are going to pay hell for.
Imagine going to protest with people who are only interested in what they want to eat, sir. You are going to protest you want a better country, better government. Somebody else coming behind you is actually there because of food. Once they give them food, they will leave you to the rest.
Let me give you another example.
Yes, sir.
Last year, was it last year or early this year, when Dangote skyrocketed the price of cement from 3,500 to over 10,000, right? After much deliberation, after much Nigerian talk here, they say, Dangote, reverse it to the normal price. Mayegun, from 3,500 to over 10,000. Do you know how much they're selling bag of cement now?
How much?
It's 8,500 to 9,000 naira in Nigeria. Up to today, I'm talking to you now.
You get them 10 kg bag of rice across the country. Don't forget that.
Okay. Now, did Dangote now reversed to the old price? The answer is no.
Never.
And our people, let me tell you, I have a project. Since that time, I stopped it. Even my younger brother will call me, brother, even if it is too cement, let's just forget about anything concerning cement. Now, I don't have interest. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this, Mayegun, our people, we are just deceiving ourselves. Our people, we have, in fact, the laziness of our people are increasing on daily basis. Our people does not want to engage in anything. Everybody is looking for that missionary money. Money of God will do it. God will do it. Don't worry. If somebody don't,
we call it grace of God.
Grace of God. You know what I'm saying?
And Baba, you have changed too. What are you doing now?
Thank you very much.
My brother,
thank you very much.
Now God,
by grace of God, you don't want to know.
Now God,
you don't want to know where that somebody will just turn millionaire overnight without doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? And everybody want to come to that person. Yes. My brother, let me wash your car. Give me something. Whatever you get, you want to go to Baba the book kiosk. Maybe I want to put it there. And let me tell you, our people, as crazy as our people are, when you give them money today, give them money tomorrow. If you don't give them next tomorrow, you are their big enemy.
It's like they have done you dirty a lot, Otuba. These people have actually really done you so much enough that, man, experience it for.
Mayegun, they almost turn themselves to something else.
I can imagine.
At times, if I don't have work, just like somebody I called that time that when your schedule changed in Western world, you started running to meet up that thing. And don't forget that if you start working Western world, your first 2 weeks money will be for down payment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After the next week, they started paying you. So that means
you know what that means? That if you miss your bill this month, and you know what it's going to be like, man.
That's what I'm saying. So when your schedule finishes, that's what that guy was telling you that time. When your schedule change,
they don't know. They don't care.
When your schedule change in overseas, before you see job, when you even see that job, it will take you another 1 month before you started collecting money.
You know? And no bills stay.
So,
no bills wait for you. But that back in that place, they don't see it that way. And that's why I usually tell everybody never to fall into the trap of the black tax. It's all about the place. You will never win.
My brother.
You will never
so
win.
Mayegun, maybe let me give other people. Once again, I appreciate God. I thank God and I appreciate you. And whenever you come to United States, please, you will come to Houston, where all of us are going to welcome you, talk to you, address us. You get what I'm saying?
I know.
My name
is spend days together in Houston. Like
thank
now
you very
that they're
much.
actually delaying my coming, right? Now I believe that whenever I'm coming full time.
Then Mayegun, in this support issue, because there was a time I put my credit on doing that Yoruba Sunday Igboho stuff like that. So I don't know who really caught to my money, I guess. But later I have to call the bank to, change to send me another one that, because it's like the information leak out, something like that. And it was that program that I really wanted to, contributed $50 to start with that time. So at the end of the day, my card was just, taken from them.
Don't worry, there's always
but so now, please, I'm going to bring an advice. You are in Europe and America. I don't know how it really works in Europe. I just, in those days, I used to visit there and go back to Nigeria. If they have Zelle, if you guys have Zelle, you understand? Because Zelle is very, very, to me, in America here, I don't use anything other than anything outside banking system.
Don't worry.
I don't do it. Zelle, within a second, if I Zelle money to you with your number, within a second, you already receive it. So if this money is going to Mayegun, I will write Mayegun there. If it is for Yoruba, my community, I will write it there. So when it comes, you will see it in your distance. This money comes from Adila Balogun, and this money is for so my name is Taufik Adilaja Balogun. But when you come here, you say, Adilaja, TJ,
Baba, you will I feel the water, come on more. I feel my water, come on more.
That is it.
Baba, whenever I say I am coming now, like it's actually going to be a big stuff, because I'm going to be looking forward to it myself.
So something we'll plan, all of us will organize ourselves. All of us will organize ourselves. We will say, okay, Mayegun is coming. I would have
a good one.
Small thing.
I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate you.
God bless
My
you.
regards. Bye.
Yes, sir. Same to you, sir. Take it easy, okay? And good night. See, our time is now fast spent. I didn't know we're going to probably use all our time, but we did. And I believe it's worth it, okay? Thank you so much. I've done my bit again today, and tomorrow is another day. I will see you again. Until then, stay safe, stay safe, and good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun Diary, Diary politico. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Prẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.